Hey, what is up, guys? Break the Walls 10 back in with another video. And there's a video that, a lot of people have been doing over the past couple days. This was all started by Instant Classic, Brandon. He made a really awesome video the other day, and a lot of people have been following, doing the same kind of video response. So I guess you can consider this a video response. However, mine's a little different. Instead of past, present, and future, mine is only the present and the future, because honestly, this is my first WrestleMania and I'm pumped. I'm really, really excited for this this getaway, this awesome, I can't even call it a trip because it's literally like 20-25 minutes away. But it's going to be good times. Basically, I'm just going to run down the stuff that I'm doing for the weekend. I'm just going to pull up the list here. I'm just really excited. I cannot believe that it's already February 7th. I mean, I remember like it was yesterday, just starting to plan this thing. The first ticket I bought was the Ring of Honor ticket, and that was months and months and months ago. And I got pretty much everything together. I just need a couple things, and I'm pretty much set. So really looking forward to doing all this with my pals on here. So we're gonna get started. Thinking, and then I'll talk about my future. First of all, the present, my present. I understand. A lot of people have been skeptical about WrestleMania in New York, New Jersey, but really, I think people aren't giving it a chance. And I don't blame people for not looking forward to this trip, because honestly, it's not a vacation that you would really want to go to. It's like, hey, where are you going for vacation? Oh, I'm going to New Jersey. Unfortunately, it's not like that. I feel like I'm the representative of the state. Hashtag Bobby from New Jersey. But it's just not a place where you travel across the country to get to. But it is WrestleMania, and the thing that is really going to set this WrestleMania apart from the others is, there's one specific area where pretty much everything's going to be at. There's other stuff too, like TNA's running a couple shows on the weekend, and a couple other wrestling shows, but pretty much everything is in or around Sea Caucus, and a few things in New York City, which is very convenient. I know a lot of people who have gone to the previous WrestleManias. They get rental cars and everything like that. That's really not needed. Basically, all you're gonna need is either a taxi or some kind of car service that'll drop you off at your hotel, because honestly everything's so close together, and there's public transportation to get to New York City, so you don't have to drive in. So it's going to be really ideal for those people who just don't want to go all over the place. But then again, I'm sure car rides and everything are some of people's favorite moments, just sitting around and talking. But just going to run down the schedule here of what I'm personally doing. First of all, I will be staying at the Marriott in the plaza there in Sea Caucus. I was planning on doing the Holiday Inn with a couple buddies, but that didn't work out. So basically, I'm going to be rooming with Alex Lorenzo, Matt Lorenzo, and Mikey the Awesome. We're going to be all in one room. It's going to be pretty cool because literally you walk a couple minutes and there's the convention center, which I'm going to be there all day for Saturday, so that's going to be pretty cool. But I really wanted to, I don't know, I think there's going to, it might be I had to adjust a couple things, because I was planning on staying at the Holiday Inn, but the Marriott's fine. It sounds good to me, as long as it has Wi-Fi so I can post the videos, no problem. But Thursday is the day that I'm probably going to drive over there, and meet up with the Lorenzos and everybody and check in to the hotel. Now I think they're doing access. Personally, I'm sure some people are going to be coming in on Thursday, so I'm probably going to try to arrange something, maybe, because there is a Ruby Tuesdays, or no, not Ruby Tuesdays, Hula Hands in the plaza there. So that could be dinner and hang out and talk. So Probably like do something there with the YWC, just to do something on Thursday. That's basically a chill day for the most part. Just unpack your stuff and relax. And then Friday, a lot of people are going to the Bret Hart. Not a lot of people. Few people are going to the Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels signing in New York City for the Dave and Buster's thing. It was way too expensive. I'll be meeting Bret Hart that weekend anyway for much, much cheaper than like $250 or whatever they charged. But basically Friday, probably just walking around and everything like that. But the big event on Friday is the Ring of Honor card. Super Card of Honor 7:30 at night. We're going to be going into New York City. It's going to be me, Alex, drawing a blank here, Boston Brothers, Danny, Ophenomenal X, and LV5454 sitting all together. And I'm pretty sure that like right in front of us is going to be AAB, Ravi, and Jade. So that'll be pretty cool. I know a lot of people are going to that show, so I'm sure we're going to meet up in the lobby during intermission or something like that. It's going to be a good time. That should be a great show. It always, those Ring of Honor shows for WrestleMania weekend are always, pretty good to great. But then Saturday, that's when the magic happens. 9 a.m., WrestleCon. 2 days for WrestleCon. I'm only going to Saturday. But I'm planning on meeting Bret Hart. Already got his ticket. I'm going to be meeting Kelly to get her figure signed. Nash was announced recently. I'm going to probably meet him to get his figure signed. And maybe like a couple others. I'm thinking like Nigel McGuinness to finish off my 8x10 that I have of him, and Kurt Angle. And I don't know. We'll see. When you get there, I'm sure there's going to be like a ton of merch. So I'll be spending money on that. But then in the afternoon, 4 o'clock, bell time is Chikara. I don't know if too many people are going to this. I know it's for sure myself, Trademark, and Big Rat. I don't know who else would be going. Probably LV. But honestly, like, I'm not big into Chikara recently. I still follow the promotion and watch the shows, but it's like not one of my favorites right now. But I've been to a Chikara show last year. It was a whole bunch of fun, so this is going to be fun as well. And then after that, immediately after that, is Dragon Gate USA at 7 o'clock. They have 2 shows that weekend. I'm only going to the Saturday night show. This should be great. I've never been to a Dragon Gate USA show, but should be good times. And I think it's like the similar people who going to Chikara going to this show. Some are going to the Hall of Fame. Just for me, like, I don't think that the Hall of Fame appeals to me. I just don't see myself like sitting through all these speeches and not dozing off. And especially like this year, I mean, it's a good class as far as names go, but honestly, I don't find like any of my favorites going in. Probably out of all those, Mick Foley would be my favorite, with Trish right behind. But I respect Bruno, and Bob Backlund I don't care about, but Bruno, like, I respect him, but I don't think I would, really care much about what he's saying in his Hall of Fame speech. That's just me. But and the midnight on Saturdays, the $5 wrestling show. I know like most people are going to this because it's $5 to get in. You sit back, you relax, you're probably tired, and you watch some wrestling with Colt Cabana and Marty DeRosa. So if you guys are in the area for that, $5. I mean, come on. Sunday, we have I'm going to be at Access at the 12:30 signing, because like I think there's like one at 8 a.m. I just can't get up for that. But Access at 12:30, I will be there for. And I just like want to experience Access one time. I'm not going to be spending like hundreds of dollars for an Access VIP. I just think that's ridiculous. But I just want to look around, see all the tours that you can go on, like for the Undertaker graveyard thing. Like, I've never been to an Access, so this is gonna be a good time. And I think some people are gonna go to this only because once this is done, you can go right over to MetLife and check out WrestleMania, because it's not too much time between them. So instead of going back to the hotel, you just go right over to MetLife. And then the big one, WrestleMania 29. this is gonna be great. I have pretty good seats. I overpaid for them, but good seats. I'm row two, and I'm like mezzanine, uh, a little not center, but a little bit across from that. But should be good times there. I'm sitting alone, unfortunately, but right now that may change. But I'm not, you know, I'm not depending on that. But supposedly I'm in the same section as the Boston Brothers. So we'll see about that. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've heard. And that it's WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania. Like, come on, it's gonna be great. I don't never been to a WrestleMania, and this is gonna be awesome. And then Monday, just bought my tickets today. I'm gonna be sitting with the Lorenzos and Mikey the Awesome for Monday Night Raw. Uh, I think that Raw after WrestleMania is always a great show. They got some good stars too. I think The Rock's gonna be there, Triple H, Brock Lesnar. I think so. It's basically like everybody from WrestleMania is gonna be there. So and I got good seats. Not the ones I really wanted, but I wasn't gonna pay too much for Raw seats. Like $42. I'm sitting. I guess you can call it the nosebleeds. It's all the way up, but it's row six. So, and aisle seats. Sounds good to me. And that's about it. Go home Tuesday or come back to campus Tuesday. It's just it's gonna be awesome. I'm really looking forward to this. Just hanging out with all the guys that I've talked to over the years on the YWC on the internet and Twitter and everything. It's gonna be awesome. So yeah, that's about it for the present. I just can't put into words how excited I am. I know for people who've gone to WrestleMania, this isn't appealing to them really, but for someone who hasn't, and all the events that are going to be taking place that weekend, hanging out with my pals, it's going to be great. Now, as far as the future, it's basically confirmed that WrestleMania is going to be going to New Orleans for WrestleMania 30. Personally, at that time, I'm going to be 19. Can't drink or anything like that, which I'm not going to get a fake ID for or anything like that, because I'm not really a drinker. But that's a party city, and I don't know. But it's not like the city's affecting me. Basically, I'm not going to say no, I'm not going next year, because honestly, there's always a chance. But I'm not counting on it, because really, it's going to be a grand at least, I'm figuring, and then you have to do the airfare and then all the other tickets that I'd have to get. Right now, I'm struggling to get money together for this trip, and well, not this trip, but this WrestleMania. And I don't have a flight, I don't need a rental car or anything like that. So I know a lot of people are getting really excited for New Orleans next year, but I don't know. Like I said, this is my first one, so maybe I'll get the itch. I know this is addicting to some people, just going to WrestleMania every year, but right now it doesn't look good. And honestly, I'm not sure if I want to go. I know a lot of people are going, but it's I'm missing a ton of school for this year's WrestleMania weekend, so I'm not sure if it's worth it going all the way down there, missing more class time. But it's WrestleMania in the end. I already made up some excuses to my professors about going to WrestleMania this year and missing homework and everything like that. But basically, it's just next year. It's just gonna come down to money wise, and just basically finding a group to go with, because I'm not gonna go alone to New Orleans. I think that would be pretty awful. But we'll see. I'm not saying that I'm definitely not going, but right now I don't think I'm gonna go. That could all change. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's about it. So yeah, looking forward to WrestleMania this year. I've said that a million times, but honestly, no matter what they do on TV, no matter what they do at Elimination Chamber, I'm so excited for WrestleMania. It's gonna be awesome. I've been watching wrestling for 14 years going on 15, and it's like it's a wrestling fan's dream to go to WrestleMania. And if it wasn't for me discovering YouTube and everything like that in 2009, I would probably just be going to WrestleMania if I didn't find all that stuff years ago. But now it's like a whole weekend. It's like what is it, like 5 days worth of stuff to do. It's gonna be awesome. Gonna be a good time. So yeah, that's about it. If you're going down to Mania, tell me what you're gonna be doing besides going to WrestleMania, of course. What other stuff you're gonna be doing, and are you gonna go to New Orleans next year? We'll see. Like I said, I'm not counting it out, but I seriously doubt it. Like 80% sure I'm not going next year, but we'll see. But that's about it, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys later.